What's up, people? We are live. What's going on, man? Welcome to the Friday Live brought to you by the Hood. We have not been here in a minute. This is Jimmy. I got my brother Corey with me. Corey, what's really good, bro?
Hey, I made my way back to the city, man. So I'm good, man.
Listen, man, Corey took the pilgrimage. He is in the city of brotherly love. For those, in Philly, make sure you get with him. You know what I mean? With that
No,
being said,
no,
though,
no, 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 no. Don't do that.
don't,
Do
don't get with him.
do what you do. Good. You know what I mean? I love y'all.
No, what's good though, man? It's been a minute, brother. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. Like moving cross country is kind of tedious. It's my second time in a year moving across the country, so it's kind of tedious.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, man. Moving period is the worst. You know what I mean? We had a lot going on. We have not been on our Friday live in a long time, man. And so much so that I'm sitting here now, like trying to share it to the group, man. I got to figure out how to even do that, man. Because you know what I mean? Like, everything
It's
changing,
been
right?
a
Listen, bro,
minute.
dog. I
Yeah,
ain't been
man.
online. I've been, we're gonna talk about that, but it is what it is, man. But anyway, man, for those checking in, man, please leave a comment. Let us know who's here, what's going on. But other than that, man, Kawhi's be back in.
I mean, it's same stuff, different pot, man. This is all Philly is Philly, man. Like the one thing I like about Philly though is you 45 minutes from anywhere. You ain't 40 like unless you hit traffic, you 45 minutes from anywhere. Like you can really get around. Like you can
Yeah, you
you
said, yeah,
this is true.
this is true.
You know what I mean?
I'm
So
sitting here. I'm thinking that our Facebook is something going on with our Facebook feed, which is why I'm sitting here looking like that. But it is what it is, man. I'm just going to share the YouTube stream so everybody can check us out on YouTube. I see a lot of folks here. Ann is in the building. Let me pull up Ann's comments. Ant, what's good, man? How are you? Thank you for joining us. Lorraine is in the building, man. Shout out to
so
Lorraine, man. Lorraine sent me a message.
somebody took over our Facebook page.
No, it's just it was an issue. I'm looking on a Facebook page. It says that it's an empty post. It's something with StreamYard, but it is what it is, man. We good though. We good. We good money. But shout out to Lorraine, man. Lorraine actually checked on us when we weren't on for a couple weeks, man. I definitely appreciate it. She's not the only one, but I want to give her a shout out because she's here. It's always dope when people check in, like, yo, we ain't seen y'all. Everything good? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Pascal's in the building. What's up, Pascal?
yeah, man. I
You know what I
put
mean?
my I put my clothes in a sack like one of them Tom and Jerry Jones and flew across the country. Like, you know how they used to take the pole and had the hobo joint, the little hobo sack, and they carry that joint. That's what I did to come across the country. I had me a little hobo sack, and I just flew over here, man. And I'm just piecing all my stuff together, trying to make sure my life look all right, man. I
Hey,
ain't gonna
listen,
lie.
man. It
I'm
is what it
glad
is.
to
Man,
be
the
back.
funny thing is,
Go, go ahead, Jim.
no, I was just gonna say, like, I'm not even gonna post this on like IG and all that. I want to see how the algos treat us, considering we ain't been here in a minute. Um, and also have a smaller crowd because we also are going to do our Bitcoin giveaway. And I want to make sure that folks get a chance to participate. I mean, you back in the classroom, Core?
Yeah, man. I'm out here. I'm teaching again, man. I'm unretired from the teaching profession. I think this is my sixth or seventh time retiring. My sixth or seventh time coming back. I don't know, man. I think I'm
Yo,
gonna stop retiring until I'm really actually ready to retire this time. But I said that the last
hey,
five
listen,
times.
man.
I said that
Hey,
the
listen, man.
last
You love
five.
what you do. You love what you do. You can get a bag full whenever you feel like it, but you love what you do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It ain't about nothing. It's just teaching is time consuming. Yeah, man. I'm back in Philly, and I'm back in Philly. Teaching is time consuming, but it's also like it's fulfilling. Like to watch the light bulb come on. You know what I mean? For the youngsters,
Mm-hmm.
you the you know to see my message being heard, and they actually, when they follow directions, when they start to get it, you know, the love and adoration that the kids have for you when they actually learn something. You know what I mean? Like the kids really, like, they don't have to say I appreciate you. They can show it to you. You know what I mean? And it shows. And I've been back in the classroom all of a couple weeks, and you know what I mean. It's just
I'm
good.
laughing at the comments. Shout out to Brittany. Shout out to Brittany. Ann said they must have offered you some chicken, man. You know what I mean? You know.
It ain't even really. It ain't no heavy chicken. Is teacher salary, dog. I'm a teacher. I mean, like, yeah, it ain't nothing super heavy. I'm on a teacher salary, but it's the
Hey, let
environment
me tell you
different.
what it is, man. Corey can front all he wants to, and he keeps retiring and keep coming back, but he enjoys educating. Like some people are just educators. I remember telling Corey years ago when I saw him in the classroom, I was like, "This is your setting, man. You have a temperament that's built for this, man." Because a kid will say something, and I'm just ready to throw him out the window, and Corey just talks to him, and I'm like, "Yo, you. Some people are built for that. You know what I mean? Some people have the patience and the temperament to be in the classroom, and it is important that anyway, because it's not too often that specifically, kids that look like us, the younger generation, gets to see a male educator. Um,
No,
I
for
completely
real.
honest, right? So one of my students had an issue with one of his male teachers because he just wasn't accustomed to having someone demand that from him that way, because all his teachers was,
Women.
ladies. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I think it's important, man. It's important for you to do that, man. I'm glad you back doing what you enjoy doing, man, because that's your
Um,
craft. You know
yeah,
what I
it
mean?
is. Greater Houston. Traffic is ass in Greater Houston. I don't like Greater Houston. The traffic is ass. My wife teaches in Greater Houston, and I watch what she go through, and I ain't want no part of that.
Pedro, what's up, Pedro? How are you? Hope all is well.
Houston needs educators more than ever. Good luck with that. And there's nothing wrong with their pay scale in Houston. I just don't like the traffic, and I'm not really accustomed to the people, and I don't like the weather. So those three things all together. I do have a certification to teach history, but that's not what I teach. I teach
So
history.
what what uh
I
what
teach,
what, what are you
I teach
teaching right now?
math.
Mathematics. Oh, you on your Kill Parker bag right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's I either
GC, what's good, GC?
I always teach special needs, so I literally can be teaching any subject at any time. Um, so because I have my certification in special education, my other certifications, they don't even look at them joints, because I have a certification to teach social studies, and I have a certification to teach um, English, and
Okay.
I never get a chance to use those certifications because they see my sped cert, he's like, oh, come work with our special needs population. And I'm, all right, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
my temperament is built for that, because kids don't bother me. Like, as long as they're not threatening my life, me and the kids, every child on the planet is gonna be good.
I heard that. I heard that. So yeah, Ant's talking about that traffic in Houston's. He said it's brutal at times. Yeah, I hate traffic, but I mean, I always hear about the Houston traffic. I can't say I've ever lived there to experience it that way. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Let me see what else. Her favorite subject is math. Lorraine says that. GC said nothing. Hey, GC, man, you still out here shit coining, man? What you buying right now, good brother? You know what I'm saying? What are you buying right now? I
Yo,
love to hear what
you
my
my
man. I ain't
favorite.
talking
I gotta
GC in a
say,
minute, man. The
there's
mess
a listen. There's a lot of shit corners out here. You're my favorite shit corner, bro.
it's
Yo, man,
all love though.
you
I,
at the
I mess
top.
with GC, man,
You
because
at the
GC
top of
GC
you at the
GC
top
is
of
an
the list,
intelligent
bro.
young man.
I love it.
GC is an
No, I
intelligent
love
young
his
man.
energy. So he the kind of young boy. I love his energy, man. Like, he go right to it, and he don't just talk about it. Like, he go to it. Like, I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely. Let's see. So I know what she's trying to say. Yeah, Corey must have the patience of Job. Hey, listen, patience is a real thing, man. Like, and like I said, when I saw Corey in the classroom environment, I was like, yeah. Sometimes you see that, like, yo, people are just built for this, man. You know what I mean? Like in different, it's not just, but any profession you see, yeah, he definitely has that patience that's needed. Just been chilling for a minute. I forgot about a lot of them coins in my wallet. Is what it is with him now. The funny thing about that GC is like a lot of times people I see make a bunch of money. That's actually how they make money. They forget about stuff and then they go back and say, "Well, damn." You know what I mean? Because they're not moving in and out of it, man. So hopefully you sitting on a bunch of chicken. Let's
sitting on a gold mine somewhere.
So Ann says, man, I'm happy for you, bro. You sound passionate. I love it, man. I'm about to get my notary training and whatnot. All this construction going up out here. There's plenty of money to be made. Yeah, man. The money is out there, man. Just make sure you go get to add value to the world and smart when you get it. You know what I mean? Ann says, I'm studying right now. GC says, I've been working on some other stuff lately, but I tell you if it goes through, yeah, man, keep us posted, man. Keep us posted. Don says, what's good, family? Welcome back. Don, man, appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Steve says, are we getting a Bitcoin show on Monday? Absolutely. Everything will be back. So let's address that though, because we haven't really put up any content in a minute on any of our platforms. I dropped a couple reels here and there, but it's a lot been going on. Corey is in the process. He's back now in Philadelphia. So Corey was in the process of moving back to the city. So he was getting set up. I've been traveling and working like crazy, man. And I've just been rethinking kind of like the page and the we share. So you guys know that we had our the MDC. We even shut that down for right now. And I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. It's a lot of things. But one of it is like I want to make sure that we're adding value, right? I don't want to have groups and I'm out of the course game. I don't want to sell courses because the folks done ran that in the ground and kind of gave that a bad name. So now it's like when you try to share information, it's like, oh, you wanted them course. I don't want to do that. So just trying to figure out to make sure that we're adding value. We do a lot of work in the community, and we want to make sure that we're community based. So when we put content on YouTube, Facebook, like we kind of take that serious.
It's probably gonna be what we doing in the streets.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to kind of position ourselves in a way that's adding value and not like coming off with like what you see in a lot of the other places. So I was talking to Corey like during the last couple of weeks, like, I'd rather just chill right now until we figure it out as opposed to just dropping content and coming on Friday without like a clear direction. And I say that because I ain't trying to be on here taking shots. If I see that YouTube got some dirty spaces, bro, and I be on YouTube and it's like you got folks beefing back and forth with each other. And it's like, what are y'all really adding to the people? And if I feel like we're not adding to the people, I'd rather not even stream or put out content if it's not really adding value or doing something positive. Like I can literally disappear and just work in my craft and have a great life. We don't do this for money.
Never to be seen again. Never.
Yeah, we do this because we want to add value, right? And it's funny. I was at a community meeting last night, talking about like real estate, data science, explaining some of the values on the properties in Philadelphia. And a lady came up to me and was like, you guys worked at our community center and we want to get you back and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, when you get the genuine love in the street. Corey, it was the lady who ran the Brewery Town show.
Yeah. We did it for the young boys. We did it like North Philly.
Yeah, North Philly. She ran up on me last night at a community event. I didn't even see her. I'm like, oh, so I'm like, that was just, I told Corey, let's come back on the day to talk, man. I feel like, people have reached out, they missed us and all that, but it's like, we're going to figure it out how to add value, but we're just going to move in a different direction. Like we don't want to be like everybody else, right? And there's no shots at anybody at all.
So the thing is, I'm going to still be creating courses, but we're going to get right to the nuts and bolts of it, man. For me, we had a mission where we were creating coursework for children in schools and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. We're going to move more toward that space.
Yeah.
Because that's mission focused. You know what I mean? Like working with the adults, we'll still probably hit the libraries and we probably be ending up in somebody's house eating sweet potato pie. But we're not really going, most of the internet stuff probably going to die with that. You know what I mean? Like,
and I was even thinking about that, right? So I think that one of the things I was thinking about, right, is like doing a kind of a cheaper version of that just for expenses. But, because our MDC, like here's a crazy part. Our MDC, we probably had more people in the MDC when we were charging $99 a month than we did when we're charging $30 a month, right?
We did.
And it's that always trips me out. But the idea was like, yo, let's just cover our expenses. Let's lower it and just cover our expenses. But we actually got
weren't making any money.
It's funny. The cheaper we made it, the less people we had. And I was like, it's an interesting psychology. And I was thinking about like doing some sort of like YouTube membership joint, right? Because I still want to do like some of the stuff when we come on and talk about what we're trading in the market, because a lot of people find value in that. But I just gotta find out a way to do it that doesn't come off like, like weird, for lack of a term. For weird. Like I taught courses on real estate valuation that were valuable and people got a lot of value out of them. But I want to reach more people. But we'll figure that part out. But Ant says y'all about to run up another RE. Listen, Ant, where I'm moving at in real estate is a whole different space, man. We definitely gonna run it up. And I probably should hire a professional to come like document some of that stuff too, because I told y'all last time I was here, I'm moving into the development space more so than the real estate investor space. I'm working on our drawings. So we got our drawings for our first project that we're developing ground up. So that's kind of the space I'm moving in now. And even with that, I'm tempering. I'm taking my time. I'm not going to a 50-unit complex right away. I'm doing 2 units in Germantown, the neighborhood I grew up in. I'm going back to the neighborhood and building brand new construction. So that's the first project that, I'll be sharing with you guys as I go through that process. And that's the entire process of getting the drawings. Once I get the drawings, I'll make sure I share them so you guys can see what was actually being built. It's going to be 3-story buildings, rooftop decks, garage, backyard, the whole 9. Some nice properties, man. So that's kind of the space I'm moving in real estate wise as it pertains to like, the building spot. And the other side of that, I've been doing a lot of more research on my data science side of real estate, which is why I was in Colorado a couple weeks ago speaking on that. And I've been invited, and I think I shared it on here before. I've been invited to go to Amsterdam in December to speak on, real estate data science. So, I don't know if we got any listeners or viewers out there in Amsterdam, but I'll be out there doing whatever people do in Amsterdam on December.
Flip star.
You know what I'm saying? But things have been so crazy that I was supposed to speak at a conference this weekend. I'm supposed to be speaking at the Black Blockchain Summit, but I had to cancel with them because I just got a lot going on. Another focus that I've been trying to do is like really spend time with family and friends and do things I enjoy. You know what I mean, Core? So
yeah.
My homie Hank is having a birthday party tomorrow, so I'm going down Maryland to be there as opposed to speaking at the conference. And I had to think about it for a minute. Like, I got invited to speak at this conference. I'm like, I'm gonna spend time with family and friends, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me do this for a minute, and but it's just weird on the internet, bro. And I want to make sure that what we do is really adding value, and we're really spending time.
I don't want to be a weirdo.
Yeah, yo, do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor, hit the like button, man. Let's get the likes up. We got a number of folks in here. We're gonna do a giveaway soon, man. We definitely want to check back in, but we will start coming back every Friday. Corey is back in the city. I gotta get my brother next week, man. We gotta go out to lunch or something, man. Like, I know how to get you out the house, man. I just gotta hit up our brother Bar, man. Yo, Bar, let's meet up, man. Yo,
Jabbar is.
Let me tell you, Bar is the ultimate. I don't know if y'all guys know. If y'all look on our page. Interview with a friend of ours, Jabbar Fairweather. He has one of the longest interviews in good history. He is the ultimate connector. So I called him about over a week and a half ago. I said, yo, I got this idea, bro, for this application. You know what I mean? I was like, and that's something else that I had in the works too. Like this idea that's been in my head for a long time. I don't want to like really share it yet. You know what I'm saying? But I was telling him, I was like, yo, I got this idea. I was like, but it's going to take a lot of bread to bring this off the ground, right? So I'm just telling him, like, just that was it. Just a random conversation. He calls me, yo, meet me in such and such a Sunday morning. So last Sunday morning, I met him last week, and he sits me down. He's like, yeah. So he introduced me to this dude. He's like, yo, this dude's one of the biggest real estate developers in the city. He's going to fund whatever you want to do. I'm like, I'm prepared. I didn't notice what it was. So the gentleman he introduced me to is the guy that actually owns. He bought the building at Germantown High School. Core. He bought the building at Germantown High School and has put new apartments there. For those that are from Philly, you know what Germantown High is. But it's a huge development. But Bar just randomly to a lunch with the like, yo, he gonna fund your idea. So I'm like, it ain't ready. Like, what is this? But that's how he moves, man. And
you can't tell
that's how I'm gonna get you out.
You can't tell Bart nothing unless you're ready to move on it. Like he
Dog,
moved.
He got billionaires in his phone. Like I told him, I was like, I don't know anybody with more billion. I mean, personally, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there are people that exist. I'm talking about me personally. I don't know anybody with more access to capital
me either.
billionaires.
No,
like,
nobody close. Nobody close.
Yeah, I don't know anybody like that. So yeah, I ain't gonna sit here in front and lie to y'all. Like you know what I mean? I don't pick up the phone and just call billionaires, but he does, and he put you down with that, man. So yeah, Bar is about that life, man. Southern Sweet Soul says happy Friday to you as well. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Welcome back. Listen, we appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for everybody, man. That reached out while we was back. Like, yeah, getting stuff together, man. Like for those that are just joining in, man, Corey is back in Philly, man. So we figuring things out. Yeah, GC, that's the next move. That's the next phase for my career, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent with y'all. I got tired of the landlord game because I've been a landlord for over 20 years now. Like I bought my first property over 20 plus years ago, and the good and the bad. People rarely share the bad. You go online and everybody makes real estate seem like it's the greatest thing. It's passive and you do this and buy my course and all that. Real estate has ups and downs. Not that I have a lot of downs. I have nothing to complain about. But the older I get, the more I study and the more I like my time. Funny thing about it is called Own Space. I find myself going back to read the words that we actually wrote, right? And it's like, and the more I study money and the more I study everything, it's like I value my time so much. I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of maximize time. And being a landlord just ain't it. People say, well, you're a property manager. You're a property manager, but even with a property manager, man, it's like you
gotta manage the property,
right? Exactly. And the bigger you scale your portfolio. So also, big I think that comes real developer and adding value to neighborhoods. We'll say it is because things are going to change regardless if I do it or does it, because neighborhoods themselves are living, breathing things and they go to cycle. But being able to add value to a neighborhood is different than speculating, right? And this is one of my mental models I have in my head, right? You have some people that go into neighborhoods, they buy vacant lots, buy beat up buildings, and they never do anything with them until the neighborhood turns, and then they sell them for profit. And I got a little problem with that personally, because it's like I'm from these communities, so I want to see someone come and add value to the community, teach the people about why they should buy land, right? I was in a meeting last week with it's a neighborhood association called RAH. It's actually a neighborhood association around my new crib, but I was in the community meeting. And I was explaining to the lady, she was asking about like the rising taxes because of real estate values, right? And I was explaining to her how it works, why it happens, why the values were going where they're going. I'm like, well, you got to understand all the building that's happening around here. And we went through this long conversation. At first, she was angry, but then by the time we got to the end of the conversation core, her response was, I should have bought these lots when nobody wanted them, right? That was the end of a 2-hour conversation. Yeah. And I'm like, it clicked to her, and I'm like, I got to do more of this because that is the solution. The solution is for you to own them, right? But the other part is once you do, are you adding value? Are you just extracting from communities, or are you adding to those communities? Some people who work in real estate just extract value from people and never add back. And that adding back can be a lot of ways. It can be, using the resources to put back into the community in terms of giving people. It could be feeding people. It could be teaching them how to fish themselves. But I feel like you should always be adding value and not just extracting value. So GC, I say all that. I wanted a long tangent to say I think that development will help me like actually do that, because now I control the land, I control what's being built there, and I can to a certain extent control who takes over that and who starts to build wealth by putting these new structures and buildings in people that in people's hands and letting them grow wealth for their family, man. So that's kind of where I'm moving at. I've been thinking a long time about this. Because the thing is, I've been doing the like small rehab works and buying stuff already occupied for so long. They're like layups. You know what I'm saying? That's layup. So this is the first time I'm challenging myself in a long time, because what I realized is a little bit of a different skill set dealing with architects, engineers. I had to get the soil tested, all these different things that I just don't have experience with. So I'm making myself uncomfortable a little bit, if that makes any sense. So
No, it's
Ant says
perfect.
that's where the bread at, man. Build 2 to 4 unit strips. I'm seeing that a lot of 8 home communities. Yeah, that's happening everywhere, according to what I see. Past the spliff. Ray Gun with the super chat. Ray Gun is back supporting. This is
Appreciate
always, man. We appreciate you. We always appreciate you, Ray Gun. We appreciate everybody, man. But definitely salute to you. You always come through and show love, and it's appreciated. So yeah, that's what's up, Jabbar. Yeah, Jabbar's that guy, man. Lorraine says taxes, toilets, and tenants. That's right, the 3 T's. I'm kind of getting away from the 3 T's. I'm going to miss some of my wild tenants, but I still have about half dozen joints that I still hold. But one of the things that I've been doing lately with the properties that I still own is I'm actually going to the tenants and I'm trying to work out deals to sell the property to them. So I got one tenant core. Bro, man, been there like over 2 decades. And I told him, like, yo, dog, you know you really paid for this building, right? I'm like, dude, let's figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? Let's work out a way.
Let's get your credit right. Let's get whatever you need together. And
let's work out a way. I'll help you, give you time, work on your credit. You know what I mean? We figure it out.
Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like so
that's
kind of the move I'm on, man. I'm working with my tenants trying to make them a homeowner.
You're in the business, you can just move that joint. You ain't have to talk to do that. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But that's the kind of wave I'm on, man. Like, it's pluses and minuses to be in the kind of community minded. Because sometimes I sit back, Corey. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Sometimes I sit back and I look at the work we do and I see some of the things that I try to do. And sometimes people don't work with you, they don't listen or whatever, and you get frustrated and you often wonder, like, first of all, am I doing enough? And then the second thing is, am I wasting my time? Right?
That's
because sometimes people don't listen and they don't.
That's my
then what'll happen is, and I'm pretty sure you experience this as a teacher, because I've had other teachers tell me, like, they feel like that sometimes when they go to work in certain schools and they're like, am I wasting my time? And then one kid will say something and then you realize, like, yeah, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of like, like I was telling you yesterday when a lady came to me at the community meeting and I didn't even like see her or recognize her. And she was talking about how great of a job we did with their community center. It's like every once in a while you'll get that one person and then you'll be like, yeah, we doing the right thing. But sometimes it does get frustrating. Let's see. So Brandon's in the building. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, man. So that's kind of what it is, man. Trying to turn tenants into homeowners, man. Still stacking sats as usual. I definitely go bring the Bitcoin show back. I got a lot to say about that. Haven't really put them out either because I don't want to be redundant with the message, but there's always things happening. And I see what's going on with BlackRock and their new report that came out about Bitcoin. So I definitely have a lot to talk about. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get Corey on some stack sats to die trying show too. Now that he's back in the city. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, I'm with it, man. I'm ready, man. Like, I'm ready.
Let's get it popping, man. Yeah, so we want to start dropping more content, man. I got a bunch of clips and things that have already been done. So you want to see a lot of things pop up on our channel, man. Try to grow the channel. So make sure if you have family, friends, whatever, to send them our YouTube page, tell them to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, man. We're going to do more giveaways. More stuff in the community. I had someone reach out to me again. We ain't been on active in a while. Someone reached out from Indianapolis talking about, can you come out here and show me how to start a camp? Yeah, we can. Let's get it. What up, though? Detroit is in the building. What's up, good brother? How you been, man? Listen, man, I got to talk to my brother Jamil, man. Jamil, what is going on the YouTubian streets, man? I miss talking to Jamil because Jamil always got things like he knows all the new YouTube dirt. He know all the YouTube, as they call it, YouTube tea. So Pass says, it's our brother Pass, man. Pass, love and respect to you, Pass. Hey, Pass, by the way, man, check your inbox, man. Me and Corey, we waiting on that wire, bro. But anyway, with that being said, Pass, no, it's our brother though, man. We got nothing but love for Pass. Pass says, time is never wasted when you are manifesting who you truly are. I appreciate the word, Pass. I was just being transparent and honest. Sometimes it does.
Personally say thank you to Pass for contributing to our summer camp. Like every year, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He helps those
Always
kids in our camp. And I gotta say, man, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, man, because that's our passion project, man. Like we love it. You know what I mean? And you always put those kids in a better position. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to our brother Pass, man. You are appreciated, brother. Like if you never hear it, you are appreciated. And even this word right here is appreciated. And sometimes it's good to hear that too. When you're manifesting who you truly are, I got to keep that in mind because sometimes it does get frustrating. But that's the thing. It's weird how the universe works, right? Sometimes you'll be frustrated, like, am I doing the right thing? And then something will happen and let you know you are. So the universe does work that way, man. So thank you. I appreciate that, Pass. Yeah, Lorraine says, hello, fellow Detroiter, man. He said, what's going on? Goldie, the game god, is the new sensation, spitting the ism.
Listen to anybody named Goldie. What is wrong with people?
All right, I gotta look this up now. I don't even know what this. Listen, I'm out.
Stop asking Jamil questions. Stop. Just don't ask him nothing else, man. Like he just said Goldie.
I've never heard this dude.
And people are listening to this dude. Like, what in the why? What person in their right mind listens to somebody named Goldie the game guy? Like, what person in their senses?
This is the great thing about YouTube. See, Google was smart when they bought YouTube, right? Because YouTube is a search engine just like Google is. But YouTube is a world into itself. That's why I like talking to Jamil, because Jamil be in the righteous YouTube streets. He know what's going on with the hotels. But then he also, hey, Jamil, listen, bro, I gotta give you credit, man. You are a well-balanced dude. You be in the most ratchet YouTubian streets, and then he be in the righteous ones too. He could tell you what's going on in the church. He could tell you what's going on with the hoteps. But then on the flip side, he'll tell you about Goldie the game god. So I gotta give Jamil his credit, man. You are a well-balanced brother, man.
I cannot, for the life of me, like, if I knew this Goldie the game guy person, I would probably hold conversation with him just like any person else. But on YouTube, like, I'm not listening to nothing boy got to say on no YouTube channel.
Goldie like, the game guy.
I just right over that. Like, you're never. I can't.
He said Goldie is an ex-pimp who's now a motivational speaker.
That is hilarious.
I mean, hey, some will say that's kind of the same thing, right?
It is. He just changed suits.
Never heard of Goldie. Pascal says, LOL. All right, another thing I gotta say before we get to our giveaway too, Core. I thought about you, bro. I watched this Netflix show, and it was nothing but live action, murder, death, kill, shooting, arms being broken. What was it? The dude that played Malcolm X on the Forrest Whitaker show. What's the name? I gotta find it again because
the Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, the guy that played Malcolm X, he's an action hero on his joint. It's called like let me see. I'm gonna find it. Somebody know what I'm talking about? It just came out a couple weeks ago, but I watched it and thought about you. I said Corey would like this. Is it called? Let me see. That's not it. I just looked up Corrupt Cop. No, that's a whole different one. There's so many movies and shows about corrupt cops. Rebel Ridge, that's what it is. You heard of that, Corey?
I watched that joint.
Oh, you watched it already?
Yeah, I did.
All right. What'd you think about it? Honestly.
It was goofy.
Goofy. All right, here's what I'm going to tell you. I hated the ending. I absolutely hated the ending. I'm so mad at the ending. I'm not going to give anything away if anybody wants to watch it. But I thought you would like it because it was a military dude, like, using his skill set to...
I mean, he really ain't do no damage, though. So a lot of
I know. I'm going to tell you where it didn't work for you. He ain't catch enough bodies, right?
He didn't at all. He ain't catch enough bodies at all.
And I was watching it. It's funny. I was telling Monica, I was like, he's beating people up, but he ain't like going all the way to break their necks. I was like, so Corey might not like it because he ain't killing them.
That was my like. Why are these people still walking around talking?
I was like, Doug, I don't know what the military did to you, bro, but you a sick man, yo.
Why? I was like, yo, I'm watching this movie. I was like, why are these people still walking around talking? You got all this training, dog. Why are they still walking around talking?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know what. Again, I have no military experience. Shout out to all our soldiers, man. Thank you for your service. Salute to all of y'all. All of my friends that have been in the military are some of the sickest people I know. Y'all are just violent, yo. I got one homie that's been in the military, right? And he's still to this day, our age, got so much energy. My man be signing up for like fight men competitions. And I'm like, dog, you in your mid-40s, what you doing? He like, yo, I need to hit something. Like, I'm like, what do the military? I don't want to know. Actually, I don't even want to know. But I'm just telling you, all my friends that's been to the military,
I'll tell you this. I don't know, because the training changed all the time, but my specific training, you know what I mean? They told us if they can't breathe, they can't fight.
That's a very simple way to put it.
Can't breathe, they can't fight. So, you know what I mean? Like, and then they proceeded to show us all the ways to stop them from breathing. So that's how our training went. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about anybody else. You know what I mean? I don't, I'm not getting too specific into what we were taught and all of that kind of stuff. But my training, when I went in, they straight up, a person that can't breathe can't fight. Like
that's I think that might be the most simplistic way I've ever heard that I communicated. So yeah. So let's see, Rebel Ray. Yeah, Ray gonna appreciate that. So Ant says he's pretty heavy in these YouTube streets in regards to diversity. I'm averaging 12-hour screen time. Yo, I'm like you, Ant. I'll be in these YouTube streets. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all, Erica, Dave, Sub-Zero, plenty of rabbit holes. Shout out to Erica, shout out to Dave. That's our family. We appreciate both of them, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking to Erica like in the inbox. Erica's funny, man. Every time Erica sees something crazy in Philly, she'll send me a message like, "Yo, this what y'all be doing?" I'm like, "No, that's them." But shout out to Erica, man.
Pretty much, Erica. Yes, that's exactly how it will be.
All right, let's see. Lorraine says, "Has y'all white fight?" So Lorraine, let me tell you about that. There's an actual podcast series that Fight Night was based on. So when I learned that, I actually went back and listened to the full podcast series that the Fight Night is based on. And after listening to it, amazing story. I could see how somebody wanted to make it into a series. But the reason I haven't been able to jump into the Peacock series is because after listening to it and listening to the people that knew and actually some of the real people involved, I have no idea how Kevin Hart got cast in that position, man. Like, listen, Kevin Hart is Philly. Support him. He be getting put in certain roles, dog, where it's like the real person is the complete opposite of him in terms of height, complexion, size, everything. It's like, so you hear about the real story and you're like, and now it's taking me time into it because I'm like, yo, how the hell? And I get it. He's a star, so it's star power. But you know what I'm saying? It's almost like making like Denzel Frank Lucas, right? When you hear the real Frank Lucas talk, Bull sounded illiterate. Like, and Denzel somehow made him the coolest man on the planet. Like, who be doing these again? But he's Denzel, so it's star power, right? It is what it is. But I get it. But so that's my problem, and the issue I'm having trying to get into it is I learned about the real people first, so that's probably my fault. I'm gonna tell you the name of the podcast right now. And see, you just answered it for me right there. Kevin is the one that brought it to the screen. He's one of the executive producers, so he like put me in this, dog. But you nothing like the real dude. Like, what we doing here? Actually, the name of the podcast, I think it's called Fight Night. It's called Fight Night in the $1 Million Heist. It came out in 2021. Yeah, but it's a number of episodes on here. I listened to the full thing. It's a total of 17 episodes. But it's pretty good. But it's about the real people. So you learn about the real people, and then you look. Some of the casting is good. Samuel L. Jackson, that was good, but you just explain why it is what it is. He's one of the executive producers. That answers all the questions right there. And that's the same thing about Fight Night. He said it's pretty decent. He said, bro, and Rebel Ridge, who did this to Mike was literally bro a catchphrase. Who did this to Mike? Yeah. Yeah, that was what I need to find out. Yeah, that's it right there. Pat says, when frustrated, be like water flowing around a rock, not crashing against it. Pat be dropping words. This is true, man. This is true. Hey, listen, man, we got to continue to do the work, man. I tell you, the universe works in a way that as long as we work, you'll get the word or the message that you're doing the right thing. Facts. Frank Lucas was country and definitely not refined like Denzel made him. I'm gonna say something right now that might be a little bit controversial, right? I think Denzel is one of the greatest actors of all time, and I'm going to watch anything he plays in. But Denzel low-key played the same role in everything, dog. Just different versions of the same person. Denzel makes everybody ultra cool. Like, when I watched him play Frank Lucas, it was almost like the same character he was as Malcolm X, even though he was selling dope. It was like so you know. So anyway, but Denzel is still a legend, and I think he's one of the greatest. But he low key be doing the same thing. Everybody is like Malcolm X was a different version of Alonzo. It's the same dude.
It
Anyway,
is.
that civilian life be getting the best of these military guys. My cousin went to West Point, top tier military guy, and got robbed by 3 knuckleheads in Cleveland. His girl was involved too. He had no gun. He got lined up.
That's what
He got lined up.
He got caught slipping.
Yeah, he got lined up. Sounds like Chicken Man, bro. Yo, but listen to that podcast and listen how they describe the real Chicken Man. It ain't Kevin Hart. I think Don Cheadle produced it. I think a couple of them got credits on it, if I'm not mistaken. I think Will Packer has something to do with it too. But yeah, man, because Will Packer is one of the producers of the podcast, but I think he also helped produce the TV show. So yeah, but that's how he got put in the show. But yeah, that was good. What else you watch? Anything else interesting you watch, Core, lately?
I watched the Eagles be the Eagles.
Yeah, that was terrible, bro. That was terrible.
I was like, yo, that almost made me not watch football. Remember the last time they did this? I stopped watching football for like 6 months, man. Like I just couldn't watch it. Like I just stopped watching the games. Period. Like that kind of stuff make me mad. Like, and I have that's irrational because I don't have no dog in the fight because I'm not getting paid by the Eagles and none of that. But
yeah,
like,
I get it.
When I see people do dumb stuff like that, like I just be wanting to not have my energy involved in that. Like,
yeah. So Raygun, this is a good point. You said I understand that thought process about Denzel, but isn't that smart though? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It is what it is. That's what he do. But it's just something that I noticed. That's all. Like some people have the ability to get into a character and then you forget like that's who they are. They get lost in characters. Like Denzel makes everybody cool, and I think that must just be his natural disposition. Like that's just how he carries. That's how he carries it.
I never hear anybody talk about him, and when they meet him, that's all they talk about. How cool this dude is.
Yeah, but all his characters are that way. I was watching. It came on TV the other day. I was sitting there watching Philadelphia. I was like, oh, so this is the attorney version of Alonzo, who's also Frank Lucas, who's also Malcolm X. It's the same dude. Like he's just extra cool. Like, I don't think he has the ability to turn his cool off. Like that's his natural swag. It is what it is. He said, Training Day is my favorite movie, but you have a point. Yo, Denzel's that guy, though. That's the thing, though. The thing is, he's also one of these people where I watch anything he plays in.
Yeah, like the dog, a 70-year-old military dude, man. You can't be killing people, man.
I'm watching anything. He show up, I'm there, bro. He shows up, and I am there, man.
I don't know why I'm watching the 70-year-old man fight these people and really think he really got a chance to win.
Yeah, see, Will Packer and Kevin Hart.
Denzel's 70, y'all. Listen.
All right, so there you go. Go ahead, Corey.
Denzel was a grown up when we was kids, man. Y'all gotta realize that, man. Denzel like 70, and he playing all these action characters like he 25, man.
Hey, listen, man. He's a draw. Like people want to come watch him perform. So, shout out to him though. Will Packer and Kevin Hart, the cast was great. So that's true. Black Hollywood was over that joint. So, you know, but I'll eventually watch it because I'm interested in to see how they bring this story to the screen. But that has been, I'm not going to lie, that has been like, once I listened to that, I was like, hold up. I think Kevin Hart is playing Chicken Man. How is that possible? So it kind of like, you know, made me back away from it a little bit. But I'm going to eventually watch it, man. So, you know, that's what it is, man. Now I got to go check out the, you know, my man Spitting Ism, as Jamil says. I got to watch some of that.
No, man.
I'm going into my ratchet bag, man. I was watching
don't do it. I always
I've been watching a lot of righteous stuff. I watch a lot of righteous stuff. He don't have the same range that Will Smith has. Interesting. All right, so before we get to our giveaway, what do you guys think about this comment from Don, man? You know, these are both icons in our community. Who do you think has more range? Who do you think's a better actor, Will Smith or Denzel? I want to see what you guys think. What do you think, Corey? Will Smith or Denzel? You got to take their body of work. Whose body of work you taking?
Denzel.
I mean, they both got impressive bodies of work. You got.
And listen, Will Smith was the biggest action star in the world for about 10 years, from mid 90s up until about 2005. Will Smith was the biggest action star in the world, bigger than Denzel, bigger than all of them. So I mean, I ain't saying Will Smith is
All right,
corny.
no. So what's your reasoning for like if you taking their body of work? What makes you say
Denzel
Denzel?
has a longer, better body of work
Okay,
than Will
I don't
Smith.
think there's a wrong answer. I just want to see what people think. All right, so you said,
I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying Will Smith is bad. I'm just saying Denzel is better.
yo, Ant, man, and I know you probably heard this already because I've seen people have the same sentiment, but I definitely thought it watching Deshaun Watson play, man. They got to give Miss Masouks back, dog. Like, yo, when
She
man,
took his mojo when she took his money.
dog, when main man was getting handy dandies, he looked like he was about to be the next coming of one of the best quarterbacks. Like his superpower is gone, bro. Like I watched the game, I'm like his decision making is different. Like it's
Yeah, he out there playing scared. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you can't get a hand job and you out here playing scared? Like, damn.
that season before his controversy like broke, he
He
looked
was
like
like
he
the
was on
second or
his
third
way.
best quarterback in the whole NFL.
I mean, he got paid over $200 million to go to Cleveland, right? So it's like he, well, when he got to Cleveland, he got over $200 million. Equalizer, Training Day, Safe House, Frank Lucas, Glory, Fight, Hurricane, Man on Fire, legendary. Yeah, that's definitely a crazy run. But let's not sleep on Will's run either, though. He got straight box office, like what I'm saying, like
all you gotta say, Men in Black and the joint Independence Day, like them joints.
My movie, especially now, is becoming even more relevant. One of my favorite Will Smith movies is iRobot. I always love iRobot. And we on our way there. So
iRobot, the joint what's the joint where him and his son had to survive like in 40 years in the future or whatever.
Yeah. I forgot the name of that. Diamond Dave, salute, appreciate you, bro. Nothing but love. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat. He says, y'all could talk about anything and it'll be dope. I'm here to get the game. Appreciate that, Dave. We figuring it out. We just want to make sure that we not, we not like the rest. That's all. We definitely gonna be here. Denzel, hands down. Will is almost the same character in all his movies. So I think Denzel is too, but I mean, it is what it is. Bad Boys, like, I think it's an interesting conversation. Denzel, better body of work. Will Smith has better character range. That might be the right.
Both got blockbusters. Like
that might be the answer right there. That might be the answer right there. I think Ray Gun said it. Yeah. I think that might be it. So Dave says Denzel in his prime made better movies in my opinion. All right, can you pull up CMG and KR charts if you have time? We can definitely pull up some charts. See, that's the thing. See, this Core is why we got. We love charting. You got charts in your computer you got in front of your Core, or you need me to pull it up?
Hold on, let me go to.
You can do that. I'm gonna go to the other comment. Ant says,
what's the joint?
You got Trading View in your computer?
I don't have it up right now, but it'll be up in about 20 seconds.
Okay, or you can just go to FinViz and we can see the marked up charts already. Equalizer, I've seen all of them. Tulsa King is lit too with Sylvester. I gotta get back to Tulsa King. I watched like the first couple episodes, but it's just way a lot of stuff on TV. But yeah. Hold up. When you say Equalizer, I've seen them all. You talking about the Queen Latifah joints too? Side note: I just heard today that they're doing a Queen Latifah biopic and it's being executive produced by Will Smith. So that should be interesting to see her story on a big screen.
Yeah, it will be because she came from the straight up streets. All right, I can share my screen right now. I got
it's mental for Watson. Yeah, John Q. I forgot John Q. So Don says Denzel is still a better actor, but Will has more range. Denzel only has bangers. I think that's what the consensus is. Range wise, Will, Denzel's better. It says iRobot is set in 2035. What y'all think? Pedro, you know what's funny? I watched that movie probably a couple hundred times, and I haven't watched it like over the last couple months or so. I didn't realize that till you just said it. Now I'm gonna go watch it tonight. 2035. Didn't even realize that. Shit, we in 2024. I think we may get there before 2035. So Bill Gates, right? I know he's everybody's like a Dr. Evil bad guy. But he has a new Netflix like series. There's a couple episodes where he's sitting down with people and talking about some of the biggest issues of today. The first episode is about AI. He's talking about global warming. He's talking about a lot of different things, big topics. But the first one is about AI. That's the one I watched. And he's talking to people, journalists and people from OpenAI and things like that. And it's very interesting. Let's put it that way. AI is a buzzword. We know that. We talked about it on here several times. A lot of stuff just they call everything AI. But that episode was really interesting to see, like some of the mistakes that were made in building it and where we already are now. So I say all that to say, Pedro, we might be we're gonna meet our demise before 2035 as fast as we're moving. One of the guys he had on the show, Core, was a science fiction writer. Guy's very popular, wrote a lot of stuff that if I said the name of, you would know who it is. And he was telling Bill Gates, like, real life is moving so fast that I have a hard time writing science fiction now. Because it used to be a thing where he would write something in the future, like this is going to happen. He's like, but yo, stuff is happening now. It is at the pace it's moving. He doesn't even know what to think.
Yeah,
anyway.
he can't make predictions because anything he predicts is already happening.
Exactly. And that's kind of what he was saying. He was like, it's hard to write now because stuff is happening so fast. I, Robot, Pursuit of Happiness, Bad Boys, I Am Legend, Independence Day, Ali. Yeah, we'll listen, bro. I think they both.
His run was crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Like you start naming them movies, man. So
he had a super run. Like his run was crazy, man.
Listen, and the thing is, I love Bad Boys can be Bad Boys 46 and they can be 90 years old and be in the theater. So it is what it is. Scary as hell. And my Houston partner talking about he got to get over that injury mentally. I honestly think bro is done. He's just collecting a check at this point. I hope not, man, because he looked like he was on his way. You know what I'm saying? Said hell nah, all the Denzel movies. Yeah, Denzel catalog is insane. Insane. So yeah, man, but let's take a look at this chart real fast, Corey. So let me pull back up the companies he wanted us to take a look at. CMG and KR. What do you have up there? Chipotle. Let's take a look at Chipotle. Where we at now? 57.20. 57.20. That is the daily chart?
Yeah, this is a daily chart.
Okay. So for me now, it's like it hasn't kind of like, made up its mind.
Yeah. I don't know what it want to do.
I like to see it come back, and touch some of those lines before I figure out which way I'm going to go with it. Because again, one of the things we always talk about is, we going to take what the market gives us. Don't, come in with a bias, whether we're going bullish or bearish. Let's see where it's going to go. But right now, to me, looking at this, shout out to everybody who's in the comments who also, trades and charts. I'll let us see what you guys think. But for me, it hasn't kind of made up its mind right now. It's in a box. Let's go on a weekly chart and take a look, Corey. What we doing on a weekly?
It looked good on the weekly.
Good to the upside?
It looked good to the upside on the weekly.
All right, let's go. You got any longer time frames on yours? You got a monthly?
Yeah.
Let's see what that's looking like. Shout out to our sister Lance too, man, because Lance got me checking the 4 hours all the time. Lance told me one time, never go against the 4 hours. Said, all right, Lance. So because of the way she said it, I'm gonna ask you to check the 4 hour too. But that is the monthly right there. Interesting.
It looked okay on the monthly too. It hit the 20 on the monthly and looked like it's about to make a move.
Yeah, on a daily, I would like to see it hit the 20 on the daily, and then or make a new high. Let's go to the 4 hour real fast, Corey.
Yep.
Let's go to a shorter time frame.
Hold up, let me expand it. We expanded. All right.
Yeah, see, and I'm not going against the 4 hours. So again, I'll wait to see if it hits the 20. The 20, the white line is your 20, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah. So I want to see what happens once it hits that 20. Let's come down to the 20. We're gonna come down to the 20 eventually.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
What's
that
the other
20.
company? KR. Look up KR. Let's look up KR real quick.
All right.
But that would be my opinion. I don't know if Corey has a different opinion.
No.
Kroger.
I wouldn't touch that right now.
Damn, look at that candle.
Yeah.
Well, that was earnings. That's what it was. That was after earnings.
Yep. This John went crazy at the earnings.
Yeah, I've been searching my Bitcoin bag, like literally just trading and buying Bitcoin. So I've been, trading MicroStrategy and Riot and buying Bitcoin. I just been doing that one thing that I didn't even see. Like Kroger must have bodied earnings.
Yeah.
But right now, look at them. They're kind of like, that's the 4 hour though. So we got to look at the daily.
Same. Look like it's about to go crazy. It looks turning up.
it's turning up like D Block.
Put it on my watch list. So, I forgot about that one. I'm going to get the comments. Look at them. Like talking about Enemy of the State. That was definitely fire. I forgot about that one. Will got a catalog too, dog.
He do. But listen, you ain't even talking about Denzel did the Manchurian Candidate over again.
Yeah, he damn sure did. You know what? I gotta go to the IMDb and like look at their catalogs. Denzel probably obviously has been.
Denzel did the Manchurian Candidate over again. He did Philadelphia. Like Will Smith, Will Smith could really stun on just about anybody, but he can't stun on Denzel. Like they got the same kind of catalog. Really, like I said, like Will had a 10-year run where he was the hottest thing in the streets, but Denzel had a 35-year run. Like he been on fire.
Yo, shout to my brother Mark. I want to shout out to Mark Smalls too for another reason, man. Because Mark has been trying to get me out to play in his poker game. I just been so crazy busy. I haven't had a chance. But after next week, I told him, I said October my weekends clear up a little bit. I'm gonna come out and get into the card game. He started his card game back up. Corey, you played Texas Hold'em, right?
I played for a living, dog.
I know you did. That's what I know. But I mean, how sharp are you though? I mean, have you lost your skill set?
I have not been getting my hands, so I don't know. No, I'm not sharp. I have not looked at the cards in a minute. I haven't been playing online because normally what I would do to get sharp is I would just go online and just play a bunch of hands.
I play hands online just because I long story, but I do it for Bitcoin. Like it's just but the thing about playing online, you'll never get the real experiences because especially if there's no buy-in online because folks be wilding and they play hands they would never play in real life. But Mark, I don't know if you noticed, Mark, Core is back in the city, man. So me and Core are gonna pull up on your card game, man. We gonna get busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate it. I tell you, next couple of weeks, my weekends clear up. I'm coming out, Mark. We gonna come play some cards, man. So I appreciate the invite, bro.
We're gonna be outside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just keep your eye on KR over the next few months. Price gouging. We're gonna be price gouging, huh? Yeah, leading into the election over the next couple months, they about to start price gouging. I gotta go back and see what they happen on their earnings, but that candle is telling me I don't even really gotta go back. That candle tell me everything I need to know. But I want to see I want to see what the predictions were and where they landed because that's a crazy candle right there. Shout out to anybody who caught that candle up. You made a bag. You know what I'm saying? You need a bag.
You need to make baggy.
All right, y'all. But listen, though. So to make a long story short, man, we are revamping how we create our content, man. We are back in the community doing education pieces. Working with schools. Like there's a couple schools that have full finance education that me and Core actually wrote. That but we sold it to them. You know what I mean? We almost like ghostwriters now, Core. Like I feel like mad skills now. Like. Because the way we did it this is your curriculum. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to give us a bag for it, but this is your curriculum. So we are ghostwriting curriculums now for schools. So that's kind of the way we're moving into. So we just figure out how we're gonna do our content. So we will be back, and as we always do, when we're here on Fridays Live, we are going to give away Bitcoin, which I'm going to set up now. Cool. What do you think the word should be?
Weirdos.
Weirdos. Let's stay positive, bro. Give me a positive. That
was the positive version of that word. But anyway,
Lorraine said they have record profits. Wow, they cooking, huh?
Yeah, they cooking with fish grease right now.
Oh, Pascal asked about the FRICO charges, man. I funny thing is we be so out of the nonsense. I didn't even ask Corey what he thought about what's going on with the diddler, man. Because that's what they call it. The word they're not calling it a RICO charge, they calling it a FRICO charge. But so yeah, that's
yo, that's wild, yo.
Lorraine, by the way, I think that's a winner right there. We're going with this. Shout out to Jamil.
I'm not mad at Golden.
We're going with Golden.
I don't think nothing about Diddy. I do think this though. I think anybody who was complicit should go with him. Because my thing is they be taking down the main person, but they never take down all of the people that was complicit in helping them get to where he was or where she was. Like My thing
I just
is,
feel like, go ahead.
I think if you're really trying to get the game, which I really don't think they is, I really just think they trying to play with his money. But I think if you really want to get get that out the game, then you got to get everybody that was complicit in it. Everybody got to catch a charge.
I think the entertainment.
That's not because that's the only way to get. You know what I mean? Because you can't do all of this stuff without people knowing and then being complicit. Like this you just can't.
Yeah, but the reason people are complicit is because my man is from what you read, he might be the king of blackmail, but or should I say white male? Because I don't play them games. But here's the thing though, I think to me the entertainment industry, my entire life, even when I read stories about acts in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, it's always been just disgusting, right? But I think to sum it up, I think there's a line from Jay-Z, man. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend, right? So when you
I don't think Puffy a fake thug. I think he a real thug that was playing the part of a, you know what I mean? Like
I don't think he really was though. Like I've met dude before. Like I don't think he really is though. I think that a lot of the stuff is insecurity. It always comes off as insecurity to me, right? Like when real people, they don't behave that way, man. You know what I'm saying? They just don't behave that way. But my point is, and when I say fake thugs, I think the line is just a line. Like it's only so long fake whatever can pretend. And I say that to say when you do evil things, you can't get away with it. You may get away with it short term, but eventually everything comes to light. We see people now who are long dead and gone. Their dirt still comes out and ruins their legacy, right? So my thing is when you act evil and do evil things, it will eventually come out. Even if it comes out and you're no longer here to take responsibility for it, it's going to happen, man. Like so, I mean, just not that you have to live righteous. We all human. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But when you're doing some foul stuff, though, like when you're being foul and you harming others, like so, I'll just leave it at that, man. Lorraine said they didn't get everybody with Epstein. The orange man is still free. This is absolutely true. Rest in power to Frankie Beverly, Philadelphia legend. Absolute. Like, man, my man he's from Germantown. So so many things I could say about Frankie Beverly. The thing that I remember most about Frankie Beverly, my mom passed in 2020, but the last show that I was able to go to with my mother was the show. We had a ball, and she loved Frankie Beverly. So, that's my greatest Frankie Beverly moment. And it's funny, we were talking about Frankie Beverly on this show a little while ago because him and the Whispers were going around town getting paid, talking about this is the farewell tour. And I was like, yo, the Whispers and Frankie Beverly pulled it off like 10 times. Little did I know this time it was true. You know what I mean? So rest in power to the legend, man. Rest in power to the legend. But they definitely ran that play like 10 times though.
They definitely ran the farewell tour.
Like the farewell tour. Yeah. Speaking of, and he's not calling it this, man, but I just saw that Stevie Wonder is coming to Philadelphia, man. And Stevie don't come outside that often, but Stevie is back outside on tour, dog. And it's funny because my wife's not gonna be here, though. I was like, dog, we might have to. You come back in town, we gonna have to travel to see Stevie. I'm seeing Stevie somewhere. I don't care if I gotta fly. I'm gonna see Stevie, though, because listen, man, I don't know how many more times Stevie gonna be able to come back outside.
I like Stevie music, but I'm not a Stevie fan, which is weird. I like his music, but I'm not a fan. Like, I'm just not.
Let me tell you something, right? And this is just the opinion of Jimmy. And it's funny because I just listened to a Stevie Wonder podcast. It's actually free for everybody on Audible. If you go to Audible and look up Stevie Wonder, it's actually a free kind of an audio book. It's like a podcast / audio book, but it's free on Audible. Let me get the name of it so I can give you the correct title. But it's absolutely free, which is dope. It's called The Wonder of Stevie. So look it up. It's called The Wonder of Stevie. But it's Stevie Wonder, in my opinion, is the single greatest musical artist ever. And that's in any genre across anything. His body of work is incomparable. His classic period is incomparable. I don't think, and I'm talking about names like Michael, Prince, Marvin, all the one-name dudes. I think Stevie is in a class by himself. Just my opinion. Musically, there's not, and it's funny because when I was listening to the podcast,
he got more longevity and good music than just about anybody in the history of music.
He has like the soundtrack of black music. It's crazy because what's the brother's name? The black brother that wrote the that made $1 gazillion. He wrote the Ghostbusters song. Ray Parker, that's his name.
Ray Parker, yep.
He was on the podcast and he said that Stevie Wonder is so great that he became underrated. He said that Stevie Wonder is literally the 20th century version of Mozart, but he doesn't get put in that light because of a lot of things such as race, timing, and all that. But that's who Stevie is. So that's just my opinion, man. Like I just leave it at that, man.
I don't disagree with that opinion, but like for me, Stevie Wonder makes a lot of great music, but he doesn't make my favorite music. You see what I'm saying? Like I like a bunch of his stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those artists where I like a bunch of his stuff, but none of his stuff is my favorite stuff.
Steve, I mean, I respect the music is awesome, get it, but it's funny because Stevie got like so many slaps that I don't know where to start and begin. Like it's funny because I was thinking about this. I was talking to someone like, "What's your favorite Stevie song?" I was like, "I got like 30 of them." There's no catalog that's deeper. Like songs in the key of life. No. Anyway, Pascal said Wall Street Trapper talked about it when Diddy tried to go after those people with Ciroc, showed them who's boss. Now, shot the trap, and some will say that, man. Like me and Corey talk about it often, man. There's different types of gangsters in the world. The gangsters ain't the ones that the street. The gangsters got briefcases and pens, and you mess with the wrong gangster, and they're gonna teach you what life is really about. And what about Dame Venture? Shout out to Dame. My thing with Dame is, I got love and respect for Dame, but he got me and Dame actually. I was interviewed on somebody else's show, and me and Dame was being interviewed at the same time. But Dame got to get off the internet, dog. That's just that's all I gotta say. Like, just get off the internet. Like,
yeah, he doing too much.
Just get off the internet. Listen, man, Michelle, appreciate you as always, man. Michelle, by the way, I'm gonna be shooting you a message this week, because I was going through the list. I gotta send you some chicken for your kids. That won some of the things on the camp. So I was going down that list recently. Been traveling, but I gotta get back to that. So Michelle, I will be giving you. I got your number, so I might text you or inbox you this week to get that over to you. So I got you, bro. What else we got? Sean Combs ain't got nothing on Reverend C.L. Franklin, Aretha's father. Listen,
does not.
You putting all the Detroit dirt out there. Jamil.
Listen, man, that's all put out there upon her death. Like a lot of the things that brought her to fame and fortune. Also got put out there. You know what I mean? Like her story, crazy, man. Like. She's one of the greatest survival stories I've ever come across, man. Like she nice with it, bro. She nice with it. Like
who you talking about?
Aretha,
right? Aretha. So here's the funny thing, right? So the Aretha movie was kind of ruined for me because have any of you guys ever seen the Genius series that comes online? I mean, not online, it comes on TV. The Genius series. They did a Genius series on Aretha, which was to me way better than the movie because, first of all, it's a series, so they took time to develop the characters. But yeah, her story is absolutely insane. Young Aretha was something else, dog. Like Aretha of my day was like older Aretha, but when I go back and watch like when younger Aretha, it's like all right. Because when I was my age when I saw Aretha, she was already up there, but she was like. The respect that the people that I love have for her, I guess I didn't initially get it until you do the research and you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You ever see somebody that everybody respects, but like you're like, yeah, just she's, and then you go back.
And like, about that chicken, man.
Yo, Aretha was wilding out too with her wills and all that. But that's a whole other story. But Stevie is foundational for me too, Michelle. Like Stevie's music is like the soundtrack of my house as a kid, man. Stevie Wonder is a Detroit native along with many others. Yes, he is. The orchestral arrangement of Rocket Love is otherworldly. Let me tell you the one that – so Stevie had his classical run. People say the classical run ended. He made that soundtrack about the plants and all that. And people thought Stevie was done. But he dropped that song to me, which is the absolutely illest, like the one, Someone You Love.
Yeah.
What he did on that song was just – Stevie is – I mean, listen, man. Stevie is Stevie. That's all I can say, man. Stevie Wonder
I
is the
think
greatest.
Songs in the Key of Life is the third best album of all time.
What you got ahead of it?
I got 2 albums. I have I hate to say this, but Learn.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And I have Bob Marley. I had Bob Marley's classic. I mean, Exodus.
That's the thing, right? And I think it's Stevie, right? Because obviously, all right. So Bob Marley is an icon, legend in himself, and I love Bob Marley's music. Absolutely, I love.
He doesn't have nearly the run that Stevie had, though.
But Stevie made reggae too. Yo,
I'm not. But come on, man. Like
no, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, because when you listen to Stevie, because after I listened to the podcast, I went on a Stevie run for a couple of days, and I'm like, yo, my man makes gospel, he makes pop, he makes R&B, he makes reggae, like Boogie on Reggae Woman. Like my man is
the only
literally.
The only reason why I like Lauren's album over his is because if you listen to that album, Lauren's album could be a gospel album.
It's the same thing though. She's following. She's.
I'm not saying that she didn't. I just think she did it a little bit better than he did for that one album, not over a career, but for that one album. What she like? To me, she might have made the best hip hop song, gospel song, and R&B song in the history of all 3 of those genres.
So Brandon says that Stevie Wonder is the greatest, and if you play the piano, you always learn a lot just playing his stuff. I don't play the piano, but I could imagine. I may take them making it. Okay, all right. So yeah, we'll talk this week, Michelle, because I got to travel to Maryland tomorrow. But after that, I'm gonna give you a call this week, though. Aretha, I watched the whole funeral, 8 hours or so. Yeah. So Dina says it. Stevie Wonder's Keys of Life is just beyond words for me. I feel the same way. Like it's incomparable. Like there's literally. Like the way I feel about Stevie's music, I can't even like really put it into words because it's like, and Southern Sweet Soul just did it right there, where it's going to be so hard. Did the movie or doc of Aretha go into her touring with MLK? So what I'll say is this: they talked a little bit about her, not just with MLK, but just how she contributed and did her part during civil rights. But they didn't spend a lot of time there going into the exact touring with Dr. King. They didn't do that, but they did acknowledge the fact that she contributed not just with her talent, but also with some money. Yeah, right? So they did talk about that.
She gave a good doctor some chicken.
That's the funny thing. Like a lot of people who contributed to the civil rights in a different way don't really get their just due, but there are a lot of black businesses that were the ones that allowed the civil rights to happen, man. It's funny when you talk to kids, and a lot of times when they're in school, they're just taught Dr. King and not all the people that made Dr. King be able to be Dr. King, right? No one can do that by themselves. You know what I mean?
At all.
So I'm thinking about this question right here because I can
tell you my favorite Stevie song is Master Blaster.
I love Master Blaster. But her favorite song, As, is absolutely do 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 do. My fault. You're about to get me in my. You're about to make me act in rare form. I'm about to get in my Stevie bag, man. As is like, it's just so many of them. I'm thinking about this.
Master Blaster is mine. As
Sir Duke knocked me off my feet. Pastimes Paradise. Isn't she lovely?
No, listen. Again. Stevie has again. I didn't dispute your claim because
Living for the City, Golden Lady, Higher Ground. Don't you worry about a thing. I don't know. I just can't. He's the only one I have a problem with. But I ain't gonna lie, As is definitely in my top. It's one of the 12 songs in my top 5.
I get it. I'm more of a up tempo Stevie, so I like Master Blast.
Superstition. You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Ribbon in the Sky. Higher Ground. That girl thinks that she's so. No. All right. Do I do? Oh, all right. You gotta stop.
That girl. That harmonica in That Girl is nuts.
Do I do? One of the Clark sisters' biggest hits has Stevie's thumbprint all on it. A lot of people's do.
Yeah.
Stevie used to give away hits. But Dina, I can't lie to you. Ass is just, yeah, man. Anyway, Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke's a legend. Jim, I forgot. Make sure you look up Ethiopian jazz. Will do. There you go.
Yo, why do you have you?
Don
You
says-
and Will be in the whole in the what's the name hole, man? Y'all be down the rabbit hole.
That's my guy. Listen, Jamil, keep me abreast of what I gotta do, man. So A.G. Gaston, Harry Belafonte, and many more. A.G. Gaston does not get his just due. The Black Titan. I mean, look at Don's actual icon, man. So if folks have never heard of or understand who A.G. Gaston is, do yourself a favor and just do your Googles. A.G. Gaston is a legend.
Googles. A.G. Gaston.
I never thought you'd leave in summer. Come on, Stevie it's just too many, bro. Like, oh, I didn't even think about this one too. Look at this one, Overjoyed. Listen, I don't know if there's anybody alive, dead that has more slaps than Stephen Morris, dog. It is what it is. Isn't she lovely? These three. Oh, what? Yo. Stevie is cool. Stevie, all right. So I think there's goats, but I think Stevie's at the goat of goats. Like he's at the head of the table. Y'all naming slaps that I didn't even think of. He got so many.
Yo, I would say Stevie might be the GOAT. I would put as my second because of these songs that he wrote that don't like it has his name on it, but he like my man was the soundtrack of the whole 80s and 90s, man.
My Sharia Moore, lovely as the summer. Signed, sealed, delivered. Yo, it just don't stop, dog. It don't stop. And the funny thing is, all I gotta do is say the name, and everybody know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it just literally don't stop. Man, yeah, dog. Anyway, it's. I'm like Dina said. I just don't have words. Like me and my boys had a nice acapella arrangement of "Isn't She Lovely?" Like, and Stevie made rebellious music. He made love songs, ballads. Yeah. Like you said, you love the up-tempo Stevie. Like, there's different Stevies. Like, you love the up-tempo stuff. That his up-tempo bag is deep by itself, but then his ballad bag is deep. Then he made conscious music. It's like he's all over the place.
He did,
and that's the other part too that Brandon put up. He wrote and produced and arranged most of all his music. The whole Inner Visions album, that's part of that classic run. How you dropped he had a 5-year run where he dropped 5 classics. No one has done that in any genre.
That's not true.
Who's done that? You give me one person. There's no hip hop artist that's ever done it. 5 years, 5 albums, all classics.
Okay, not all classics.
Listen, if for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Google Stevie Wonder. They call it the classical period, the classic period. That's what it's called. It started in 1972. So that classic period, it was Music of My Mind, Talking Book. So Inner Visions, Fulfilling First Finale, and then it ended with Songs in the Key of Life. He won like Grammys for all them joints. Yeah, it's that I don't know if anybody in any genre, whether we talking jazz, hip hop, soul, rock, pop, you name it, 5 out of 5 in a 5-year period. Anyway, look, I just called to say I love you. I didn't even bring that song up. That old school feel good music is unmatched. Yeah, man. I feel like I smell barbecue food just naming these songs, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to ask. I was about to look up and say, yo, can you pass me a plate? Like, that's how it is, Corey. Just naming the song. Here's the real question that I don't know the answer to. Listen, I was pocket watch. Shout out to JT the pocket watcher because I was pocket watching myself today when I saw his tickets go up for sale. I was like, all right, the Wells Fargo Center holds about 20,000 people. So I'm doing some quick math. His tickets range from $98 for the cheapest, and some of them was over $600. I was like, average price is about $300 per ticket. $300 times 20,000 seats. That's about $6 million he's making just off ticket sales. Then you got merch, you got parking, you got food. I was like, yo, I wonder what percentage Stevie is getting to that. Stevie probably getting a clear M just for showing up for a couple hours on every show of this tour.
I'm not mad.
That's low. You might be getting more than that because you make 6 just off tickets alone. Now, obviously, you got to pay Ticketmaster, you got to pay for security, all the different costs. You got to be getting at least 1 or 2 every show. man's pockets. But anyway, I definitely hope he owns his masters. Think about this also, Marine. When I see a lot of the artists that are legends in their music, I was thinking about this with Frankie Beverly. Obviously, I don't know anybody's business, but I often have this thought about who. So I hope he does too. Dina says, Inner Visions was my first Stevie album. Inner Visions is an absolute classic album. Look, I forgot about this song lately. You know what I'm saying? Like Stevie wrote lately, dog. Even though
I just told you, like, he probably got like 70 songs that I like, but none of those are my favorite songs. Like, I'm just, again, like, for me.
No, I get it, bro. Music is subjective. It is what it is. But let me tell you something about lately.
But when you said he's the greatest, it didn't move me the wrong way. Like, I can see that. You know what I mean? Like, when you said he was the greatest, like, I had no there was no fight back. There was no like, nah, he can't be the greatest. Like, no.
And it's funny though, because like he when Stevie closes his eyes for good, we're gonna sit there and we're gonna realize that you know how great he is. But that's one of the things I'm glad that I lived to see is this last like 5-year Usher run. Because Usher got his flowers while he's here. You know what I mean? Like it didn't take for him to be old, broken, decrepit for people to like bring him back up. He kind of like, you know, while he still is able to go outside.
He got people don't understand. He got a 25-year run.
Yeah, but he's getting his flowers. I think that's dope to see. But here's the funny thing about lately, right? Stevie's lately is fire. So is like, you know, Jodeci's lately or whatever. But now when I see the name or hear the song, it literally reminds me of Martin. Martin kind of ruined the song for me because it reminds me of Varnell Hill on the Martin show. But you know, that's either here or there. All right, let's get ready to do this giveaway. Ann is laughing, and Jodeci did an amazing job with lately. Listen, Intro did an amazing song with Ribbon in the Sky. They bodied Ribbon in the Sky.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you got songs like I was listening to the R&B Money podcast the other day, and they had a Dionne Warwick on, and they were just talking about the amount of songs that other people made of hers. I never realized how deep her catalog was because most of her songs I heard other people sing. I thought it was their song. Half of Luther's catalog is all Dionne Warwick songs.
Yep.
Yeah, like half his catalog is her songs, but it's not just him. A lot of songs that were her songs, I was like, yo, that's she did the original, like, and I hope she on her masters too, because if so, hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. Let's get ready to do our giveaway, man.
You know, she set Whitney Houston and her folks up real nice, man. They fam, you know what I mean? Dionne said,
yeah, that's her. Wasn't it? Aren't they cousins or niece or something like that? Or was it real? Like, is it? Are they? You know,
I think they first cousins, or Dionne and her folks is first cousins.
Okay. So, you know, Michelle, you know I'm an R&B dude, so I have seen it where he talks about R. Kelly. That's hilarious. You said 90% of Luther songs are remixed. Listen, Luther was blessed with an instrument that it was given to him by a higher power. When you got that instrument, you're like, why am I going to sit around and write songs? I'm just going to take your song and make it mine. Because the thing about Luther's remakes are he don't remake songs. He takes them. Yeah. Once he does them, they're not yours no more.
Yeah, he has the most like soothing voice that I've ever heard, man. Like it's soothing. It's soothing. Like that's
why I just say it's an instrument, man. Listen, for those who are here for the first time or just tuning in, we are getting ready to give away some Bitcoin. Hashtag Goldie is what you have to put in the chat to be put into our giveaway. It's hashtag Goldie. Give it a couple minutes. We'll do our giveaway and we getting out of here. But remember, hashtag Goldie, Goldie. He said he did Dolly Parton songs, Diane Warren. Absolutely. Luther, listen, man. He made him his. All right, so you got Goldie. That's right, Goldie. Brittany, remember it's hashtag Goldie. Don't forget the hashtag, Brittany. Put the whole thing in there. Hashtag Goldie. This is our giveaway. Now, with our giveaway, as usual, we haven't been here in a minute, so I want to make it clear. If you win, let us know you're still here. You can inbox me, you can email me, or before you get off here, you could drop it in the chat, your cash tag on Cash App. Core, you know, as I go further and further down my Bitcoin rabbit hole, one of the things I was looking at is what companies hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet as part of their reserve strategy. I didn't realize how many Bitcoin Square, or should I say Block Inc. has. And it was very interesting to me. They are literally a Bitcoin company. People can say whatever they want to. When does the next stack stats drop? So, Michelle, I'm bringing that back this week as well. I know you came a little bit late, but me and Corey had a lot going on. Corey has moved back to Philadelphia. I was traveling, doing a lot of stuff in terms of getting into the real estate development game, but we are back producing content. We're just going to, make a little change about how we do things. But the next episode will be this week. I got a lot to say. I did drop an episode a little while ago about Fold going public. You know what I'm saying? So you are listening to a shareholder of Fold, my favorite Bitcoin company there is. There's a lot of Bitcoin companies, but Fold is the one that allowed me to live on a Bitcoin. So shout out to Fold. Who has the colder pen? This is an interesting question. Stevie, R. Kelly, or Prince? There's a couple other folks you got to put in that conversation.
Yeah.
In terms of pen, Smokey pen is crazy. Lionel Richie's pen.
There are people that write in the background who pen is sickening. That
Diane Warren pen is absolutely bonkers. But yeah,
it's people like that. The Spinners that like were the Sound of Philly that wrote for all the other groups, but they
what's the brother's name that wrote for the Spinners? It was the one dude. He wrote all the hits. For the Stylistics too. What's his name? I'm gonna find it because his pen is Tom Bell, but I think it's spelled like TH. It's a weird. It's spelled like TH.
Yeah.
Tom Bell.
There's a lot of people with a crazy pen. You know who got a crazy pen?
Kenny Evans.
Nia, crazy pen. He wrote a lot of people. What's the young lady who got blackballed? Because Beyonce, they said Beyonce stole her sound or whatever. But it's a lot of people out there. Yeah. It's a lot of people with a crazy pen out there.
Missy got a pen game too. She wrote before she became an artist herself. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Yeah. It's funny. I was talking about. It's funny for them to come up twice in one day. I was talking to one of my young boys. He's a grown man. I got to stop calling him that. But he, that's how we grew up. We were talking about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis because he was messing with me because for the last 15 or so years, I wear a uniform every day. Like when I say uniform, it's nothing that I'm required to wear, but I wear a black t-shirt. Most of the time it says by the hood or it's a plain black t-shirt, and I wear like black khakis. And I gave myself a uniform. So he was messing with me. He was like, dog, like you literally wear the same thing every day. I was like, I got a bunch of them. And I said, it's less thinking for me to do. So it really came from studying minimalism and all that years ago, and it became my thing. So he was messing with me, and we got into talking about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, how they gave themselves a uniform, right? And he was like, I don't even know if they're still alive, or we just like see like pictures of like back in the day where someone takes that picture and just drops it into a new scene. Like, because when you see Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and you see a picture of them or on a red carpet, whatever it may be, you don't know what year it is. They've been rocking the same uniform. Rocking the same uniform since like 1980. Yeah. He was like, at this point, I don't know which one is Jimmy Jam and which one is Terry Lewis. They just one person. But anyway, so that was the conversation. But it's just funny for them to come up twice in one day. Like it's just mad random. Babyface pen is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, him and his brothers. Him and his brothers.
He wrote for Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Hold up. When you say Dr. York, you ain't hold up. Are you joking? Because I don't know which Dr. York you're talking about. Are you talking about Dr. Malachi York? Or are you talking about there's a writer named Dr. York? Because I don't know if you're joking or you're dead serious. Steve Jobs uniform. Yeah, Lorraine. So it came from me reading, right? And when a lot of things that I read in terms of minimalism, stoicism, like those things talk about like when you take that thinking out of the day. I ain't trying to put fits together. When you see me with this. This is what I do. So that's kind of what it is, man. So, but anyway, so did Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I see how many people we got in here. All right, one more minute, then we're gonna get out of here. Goldie, #Goldie. But Jim, you gotta let me know. Are you serious about the Dr. York thing? Are you talking about Dr. Malachi York, or this is somebody separate who just calls themselves Dr. York? You know, back in the day, Corey, everybody called themselves Doctor.
Yes.
Especially during the DJ phase. So many DJs, man, especially like Philly DJs who was Dr. this, Dr. that.
DJ Dr. blah, blah, blah.
Get the all right, so this is like new history that I didn't know. I don't know if he's lying or true, but I never knew that. He says he wrote Wake Up Everybody. It's a fire song though. And shout out to Teddy P. Teddy P bodied that.
Everybody.
Teddy P left Earth on that, man. Teddy P, yeah, that's the right. Shout out to the legend. He definitely had a uniform too. One of my icons, man. Frankie B with the all white. He used to be cooler than a cucumber. You know what I mean? The white with a little white hat. You know what I'm saying?
Or either that or dashiki. Like it wasn't nothing.
We are one, man. We are one. Yeah.
Only times I've ever seen.
I used to listen to Harold Melvin and Blue Notes. I was like, when certain songs came on, I was like, Harold Melvin had to know that his days was numbered because Teddy would get them the certain songs, like "Missing You," and Teddy would just like go crazy,
absolutely nuts.
And Harold Melvin had to be looking to the side, like, yeah, it's about to be over. No way he stays in the group when we calling it Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, but he's the voice. How I get to be Harold Melvin? Anyway, all right, y'all. Listen, if you win, let us know you're still here. We'll be back next Friday. You know, hit us up if you in Philly. You know, let's get together. You know what I'm saying? We back out in the streets. Me and my brother's back in the city. So it is what it is. Man. We are ready to Dr. Malachi York wrote song. Yo, Jamil, I know we're at the end of the show, but you just like blew my brain with that. And for those who don't know who Dr. Malachi York is, do your Googles, see what he's responsible for. Good and bad. So, you know, it is what it is. The artist with the most platinum records in the history of music is Jay-Z, according to ChatGPT. Yeah, so we're going to, I think it might be hallucinating.
Yeah, that's not close.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so let's do the giveaway and let's see what happens. Good luck to everybody. And the winner is Lorraine. Lorraine is the winner. Hey, listen, I'm happy for that. Man.
Congratulations, Lorraine.
Listen, Lorraine checked on us when we weren't even around. So you know, Lorraine, you know you are always appreciated. You are a winner. Lorraine, shoot me a cash tag.
The randomizer knew you loved us.
Yeah, there you go. So shoot me a cash tag and I'll get it to you this evening. We got congratulations coming into you, Lorraine. So it is what it is. Let's see. The artist credited with writing the most #1 hits in music is Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney got a pen too. He definitely wrote some hits. Congratulations. All the congrats and salutes are coming in. Jamil says Detroit got the win. Shout out to Detroit. Yeah, man. All right, Core, man. Welcome back, bro. We back. You know, we're going to start spreading love, you know what I mean? You know, and do what we do. For those out there this week, look out on our channel. Make sure you subscribe, share, and all that. And I'm going to follow back up with all the comments. I missed a lot of comments in the last month or so. So I'm going to, get back to those comments. But so it's not because we don't love y'all. We love all y'all. We appreciate y'all. Just, life be lifing, and we trying to build in the right way. Love Boys the Men's acapella of Yesterday, which is a Beatles song. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout out to Philly. You know what I'm saying? The greatest soul singers come from Philly. I don't want no smoke from my Detroit folks, because I know y'all can make the argument too. But, it's Detroit or Philly, man. But we it is what it is, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Lorraine, shoot me an inbox right now just to make sure it's, top of mind, and I shall shoot you over your Bitcoin. We appreciate y'all and see you next week. Peace.